Hey guys, welcome back. If you follow my Instagram, you'll know that I filmed the McLaren Senna last week, and I'm still editing that video. I really don't want to release anything that's half-assed, so I'm kind of taking my time with it. But today, we are going to do a Q&A because I went on my Instagram, did one of those ask a question things, and I'm going to answer some of yours. But first, want to see something really wild? Holy fuck! The full story of that's coming up soon. My friend's 335i burned to the ground. So let's get into it. Any plans on going forced induction? I assume you're talking about the M3. No, because A, I like that car as NA. B, I drive it every day and it already sucks down a ton of fuel. I probably get like 20 miles per gallon. Okay, that's not true. I probably get like 19 miles per gallon. And I just don't really see any reason for power. Any modifications I'm gonna be doing on the car are gonna be to improve its grip and stability and braking ability. So things like that. Whose Senna did you borrow? Okay, borrow is a strong word. I did not borrow anybody's Senna. I wish I got to just borrow a Senna, but it's a friend of a friend who now I think I can call a friend. That's pretty cool. Also nice that he was cool. So guys, this is Shane.
Hi, how's it going, Shane?
Shane's got a Senna, so you probably all like or hate Shane.
I swear I'm a really nice guy.
What car do you think you will trade the M3 for? Won't be for a long time because I think I've committed to the car at this point after the DCT service and all that stuff. So, I mean, honestly, the only thing I'd really want to replace the M3 as a daily driver is like a 991 Carrera S. Yeah, like that's not that exciting though. I mean, it's a great car, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be like a dick about it, but I don't know. I feel like the M3 has more, this is a reach, has more of like a GT3 characteristic to it. It's a little more exciting. And then like a Carrera S is just a Carrera. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. M3 really put me in a shitty position because it was like the most car I could afford, but like the next step up is a big step up. What time is the live show gonna be out? So I haven't really been scheduling live shows, but what I am gonna be doing is a new format with the live shows. So the live shows are gonna be basically like a live podcast. So I'm gonna do the live shows as I've been doing them. You can ask questions, you can super chat, donations, but I'll also be filming it like properly and with good audio. So the second the live show's over, I'm gonna delete it and then I'm gonna upload the good version so that way people can watch it as a podcast and actually consume it. Because honestly, I've watched my live shows back and they are insufferable because the quality is shit off of a MacBook Pro. What do you want for your birthday? What first got you hooked on cars? Were you into them ever since you were a kid? Yes, 100%, like born that way. I'm gay and I'm a car enthusiast. Like those are my things. Gross, those aren't things. But I had my little red fire engine. It was actually my sister's, but I didn't let her drive it even though I couldn't walk yet. But long story, I love cars. I'll always love cars. I think my family was kind of car people, so it makes sense. LCI taillights? Nope. I'm not spending money on like appearance mods. I want my M3 to smoke people and I want to be like the guy on track who people are like, what's in that thing? And I just say nothing. That's so much cooler. And as far as exhaust goes, your exhaust should never be louder than your car is fast, unless you're a Miata, because then it's funny. Thoughts on the new 3 Series? It looks like a Lexus. I approached one on the highway the other day and I was bored and I was like, oh my god, there's a new 3 Series, that's so stupid. I'm sure it's super nice though, honestly. Like the BMW's finally stepped up their interior game, so like yeah, it looks really boring on the outside, but like it's finally a consumer car for 2019. They've been so far behind. Do you want another BMW? Depends. Are people still putting M logos on their grills? It's like, oh god. Every time I see the M stripes on a kidney grill, it tells me 2 things. 1, you have no taste, and 2, you probably are a really shit driver, but think you're a really good driver, so you're just gonna be like aggressive and weave through traffic like an asshole until you crash. Oh, and you probably can't do a donut either, you're just gonna loop it. I need to stop being so negative. But like, M cars used to be like a secret language. It was a cool thing. Like back when like the E36 was new, I can remember like seeing an M3 on the road and being like, what does M3 mean? And people didn't know. Like you'd have to be in the know. Now it's just like whatever, M Sport, all the things. Sorry mom, I know your X3 is an M Sport. Favorite car-related memory? Literally impossible to answer, but second question, also, would you do another cross-country trip like you did with the Miata? Hell yeah, and I want to do it in something weird. And I'd still, although Alex Roy just had a child, we were supposed to drive across the country in Polizei 144. There's a premiere of their Apex movie coming out soon too. So I'm not sure what his life is gonna be like. I definitely want to do a trip with him, or just a trip solo, or a trip in something really weird. Like, I absolutely do not want to drive across the country in like a Camry. It's boring. Unless the Camry is like a monster truck Camry, then we're talking. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I'm gonna do a cross-country road trip, there's gotta be some kind of challenge or ridiculousness to it, because otherwise it's just a lot of boring driving. When are you gonna go visit LA and spend some time with your BFF Michael? Michael, I love you, I miss you. Michael is the guy who lent me the Porsche and then it got hit in a parking lot. And the fact that he still wants to see me ever again, that's a friend, true friend. I do need to get out to LA soon. Let's have some fun. Would you recommend buying an E92 M3 over the E90? It doesn't matter. Do you need 2 doors or 4 doors? Honestly, the E90 is probably more convenient. I have to move my stupid seat forward every morning when I put my backpack in the car. This is dumb. 4 doors, guys, 4 doors. DCT or 6-speed manual for daily duty? I don't know. It's kind of like, it's just preference. Like, I think that DCT honestly suits the car better. But at the same time, like, a 6-speed manual is a lot more robust, so if you really, really don't like doing maintenance, then that's the way to go. I just sealed up my DCT, and what I mean by that is when I went to go do the fluid service, so 5 liters of fluid and a filter, cartridge filter, we got in there and it was all wet and weepy and gross. So we're like, shit, this thing needs more work than just a fluid change. So we ordered hoses for the feed and return lines, we got O-rings, we got the mechatronic seal on the side, we got a whole new under tray thing. And when you do that, like, you're gonna use more fluid because the capacity of those DCT boxes is actually 9 liters or something, 9.2, something like that. So when they did it, typically if you were just to release that drain plug, you'd get about 5 out, put the plug back in, pop the fill plug out, and then go ahead and toss in 5 liters. When you do it like this and you really kind of deconstruct it, a lot more fluid comes out. So we actually added about 7. Not a cheap job. Not a cheap job, because you actually have to drop the transmission a little bit to get to all these places. If you're just doing the fill and drain and that bottom tray, no problems, all accessible. But if you want to do that mechatronic seal and some other stuff, like, you need some talented people, and I am not that talented. So thank you to Wild Motorsport. God, like, I don't know what I would do without these guys, honestly. Any plans to modify either car? Wheels on the M3 are coming soon. I just need to get tires. They're gonna do, I'm gonna do a square set. I can't fucking talk. I'm gonna do a square setup on it, so it's gonna be 275 all around on 18-inch wheels. If you're on my Instagram, you've seen the wheels already. They are sexy. What's your opinion on the fact that I daily my E39 M5, but my E92 is the fun weekend car? That's kind of like what you should do. I'm kind of dumb. Like, the only reason I don't daily the M5 quite as much as the E92 is because parts are easier to find for the E92. When you have a newer car, it's always easier to like get in a fender bender and be like, oh, I need a bumper, whatever. Like, if something gets wrecked on the M5, like, it's gonna be a bitch. How did you get your start on YouTube? I just started uploading videos. That's pretty much how you start YouTube. It's not really dignified at all when you start. You're gonna upload videos, you're gonna suck, you're gonna look like an asshole in front of camera, and your friends are gonna make fun of you behind your back but support you and watch your videos and make sure they hit that like button. But you kind of just have to enjoy it and be like, okay, I want to pick up a camera, I want to make content, I want to do this, so you do it. Yeah, YouTube's weird, and you get hits, you get misses. There's times when, like, I mean, with the Lamborghini video, it did like 3.3 million views, totally nuts. It was fun to watch that ride, and now we're back down to normal. So, you know, I go from picking up like hundreds of subscribers a day to like 6. Join a day with DDE. Is that like a thing? You just like join a day with DDE, you just go? I don't know. Damon seems cool, I'd go, but I don't really know them. All right, 2 more. Best car wash kit. I have no fucking idea. My cars are filthy all the goddamn time. Are you kidding me? Best car, like, thank you for thinking I would know anything about car washing. Dream childhood car? I was always a big fan of the Lamborghini Diablo SE30 Holta. That's the way to go. Gotta be purple. Favorite motorsport? I like motorsports that tend to have more street looking cars, so DTM was definitely like my favorite for a long time, but now DTM cars are all kind of just like way over the top. They still look like street cars-ish, but they're not. And they have those like ludicrous, like crazy racing wheels. Super cool, unbelievable drivers, but yeah, I like V8 supercars now. So if I'm gonna watch this, it's gonna be like street cars. I like street cars. And finally, skateboard or scooter? Undignified answer coming, scooter. But not because I think it's cooler. Obviously skateboards are cooler. I just don't have the balance for it. And like, I'm 30. If I fall on a skateboard, shit's not gonna recover quickly. That's all I got. So, thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go do that. Hit the little bell. I know a lot of people don't get notifications. The Senna video is coming out soon, and we're gonna tell the story of the exploding E92 335. Don't forget to respect the drive. I'll see you in the next one.